This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Hello, this is Iainlee. Thank you so much for downloading my podcast, whether it be from the BBC website, the iTunes, or any other place that distributes podcasts. I thank you, and I'm literally saluting you. What you're about to hear is the best bits from this week's show. I present a daily show, Mondays to Fridays, 6 till 9, on BBC Three Counties Radio. Coming up this week, a bit of this.
No, I ain't like you, mate. You're a disgrace, you are.
Sorry?
You're a disgrace.
A little bit of this.
Congratulations! It's a boy.
Anything else?
Oh, no. Royal Britannia.
And I'm sorry to say, some of this. I would like to say apology to Justin Dealey for anything I may have said about him or his family in the last few days.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is BBC Three Counties Radio.
Two millionaires had a baby this week, and that took up most of the show. But mainly because Justin Dealey and I, we disagreed on it slightly. Never work with kids, dogs, or orange, arrogant people from Hemel. After months of waiting, about 9 months of waiting, the royal baby has arrived. Now, at this stage, of course, the facts are few. £8 6 ounces, mother and son doing well. Dad was at the delivery. We don't know if he went downstairs or not. Our reporter, Justin Dealey, has been out waving a flag, haven't you, Justin?
Iain, I'm very excited. What is the problem?
You really are excited about this, aren't you?
It's fantastic. It's great for the country. But, of course, yesterday morning, here's just a brief recap of news, because the news broke at about 7:30. The royal baby was on its way, and we were out there straight away on the streets of Luton asking people whether they were excited, and this is what they had to say.
Not at all. I care more about how I'm going to eat. She knows how she's going to eat, I don't.
Not really. You know, what about normal people? My daughter's had a baby, there was no big, Jim's family is having a baby, and, but if you're into the royal family and things like that, all well and good, but I'm not.
No, I'm not really bothered, mate. No, it doesn't interest me.
Because it's just so hyped up. She's one person. I know she's a princess and she's had a baby, but I don't care, really.
I was scouring the news last night, Justin, and there definitely was no mention of Jim's family having a baby. There was not even on Channel 5 News, and they can't get the expensive footage, so...
No, absolutely.
Disappointing.
So many people mentioned it to me yesterday, Jim's baby. We've got to try and track Jim's baby down, haven't we?
Yeah, for good purposes. Let's treat Jim's baby as a royal baby. Are people any more excited now? Now that we've seen it on the telly, we've seen the crowd... Sometimes it takes seeing other people getting a bit excited for us to get caught up in the emotion. What was the reaction today?
I was exactly like that with the recent royal wedding. Beforehand, I couldn't care less. When it actually came, I was very, very excited. The mood has changed slightly. Again, back in Luton this morning, I've been asking people, are those who are not excited about the royal baby just grumpy? And here's some more views for you. Trevor, you're over the moon.
It's good for the country. I think it's good for Will and Kate. They're normal people, and good luck to them. Fantastic news for them.
I wouldn't say I was excited. I'm happy for them, as new parents. They've been waiting a long time for it, and they've been together a long time. It would have been nice if it was a girl, to break the whole king tradition, but as long as the baby's healthy and they're happy, what more could you really want?
Sir, you're not bothered in the slightest about the birth of the royal baby. Are you just grumpy?
No, I just don't see what a big hoo-ha over it. It's only another baby coming into the world.
What? I don't understand why people should be excited.
But it's our future king. How can you not be excited about our future king?
Why, Justin? Someone there said it's good for the country. You probably agree because you're a numpty. Tell me why it's good for the country.
Well, surely this morning the majority of people, obviously when we go out we're going to pick up negative views as well, but the majority of people, I would have thought, are waking up this morning and they might just have a smile on their face.
But Justin, you've not spoken to anybody. You've spoken to one person who's excited about it.
What about the money it's going to bring to this country?
What money?
Do you not think it's going to increase tourism to this country?
No, I don't.
A royal baby?
No, I don't.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real. How will it increase tourism when it's already now costing us money?
The whole of the world is talking about this country.
They're not talking about getting on a flight and coming over and spending money here.
The whole of the world are seeing some of the sights of this country.
On telly, yes.
Yes, on telly. Now, if you're watching that abroad, that is putting us again back on the world map, and hopefully that may encourage more people to come to this fantastic country.
How Why will people come I'm getting angry now, Justin,
Why?
with you. Why would people come to this country because there is another baby in it that they'll never get to see in the flesh?
Well, put it this way. Yesterday morning, the people that we spoke to, who were English, who lived in this country, the majority weren't particularly fussed. Now, I spoke to an Australian who was absolutely over the moon. I spoke to somebody from the Ukraine who, again, was very, very excited. People from outside the UK are probably more bothered than us. Again, they're watching it right the way across the world. They're getting excited about it. Again, they're seeing some of our great sites in this country. Why would that not promote this country? That sort of publicity for this country is worth billions of pounds.
Do you really want more Australians in this country?
Well, if they're going to start coming to this country and saying great things and spreading the word and spending money in this country...
They won't spend any money. They'll
They'll
be sleeping on their mate's floor. Justin,
have a few cans of Foster's.
Justin, you've got me angry this morning. It's very rarely you do that, but I'm furious with you.
OK.
Matt's in Luton. Matt, are you like me, a bit bored of this already?
No, I ain't like you, mate. You're a disgrace, you are.
Sorry?
You're a disgrace.
Why is that, sir?
You should be proud.
Proud of?
Just think, who was his mother? Who was William's mother? Lady Diana had done more for this
Princess
country.
Diana, yes.
Yes, done more for this country than anybody else.
What, ever?
Yes.
What did she do for this country?
Look at the money she brought into the country.
Yeah. How much?
And why be grumpy about it? Why are you grumpy? Wait till Jonathan comes on and see what he says.
Well, Jonathan's off this week.
Oh, well, he'll be here next week, and thank God he'll say something nice about it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
When your child was born, I bet you were over the moon, weren't you?
I was over the moon, my wife was over the moon, and my family were over the moon, yes.
So you can't help this because it's a part of our heritage.
No, the reason I'm not over the moon about the royal family is because I don't know them. I don't know anything about them.
Of course you do.
I don't.
You know everything about the royal
family. I don't know them. I've not met them.
Well, yeah, but you're always slagging them.
I'm not always slagging them. I like... No, Matt, you're wrong. You're very, very wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
No, you are wrong, sir. I quite like the royal family.
Well, you don't sound it.
I just cannot get excited about their baby.
Why not?
Because it means nothing to me.
I'd get excited about you, baby, if I met you and I knew you and I had seen you on TV. I'd say, oh, that's great news. He's another child. That's great news.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a good point.
Well,
what are you doing?
It's a shame, really, that we should be celebrating things like this.
What are you doing, Matt, to celebrate the baby?
Well, I'll raise a pint to the baby this afternoon.
Yeah, good lad. Get stuck in there. Let's all get drunk.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? There we go. That's how we're going to celebrate the baby. We're going to get drunk. Dennis is in Dunstable. Dennis?
Good morning.
Good morning, Dennis. Are you like me? You think, yes, it's nice they've had a baby, but let's all move on now, please.
Put it this way. I woke up nice and happy this morning, and as soon as I heard you ranting on, I went back to my normal grumpy self.
Oh, then I've done something. I've achieved something.
Yes, you have. You've made me miserable.
Well, that's good news.
It isn't.
What?
It should be a happy day. Look, it's a new child in the world. All right. Maybe you don't like royalty and all the rest of it, but be happy for the child, be happy for the mother, and stop being so damn grumpy.
Well, no, hang on a second. Listen, I am happy for the child, I'm happy for the mother, but there were probably hundreds, if not thousands of babies born in the world yesterday. Why should we be celebrating this one? It's just another rich boy.
Yes, perhaps it is, but then it's like a lot of things. Different people are interested in different things. There was a chap complaining about it ruining his programme. Well, watching golf and football and tennis is ruining my programmes. You know, we have different things.
Mark says on Facebook, I was happy until I just discovered that Jeremy Kyle has been cancelled for a special programme. That is an infringement on Mark's right to watch Jeremy Kyle, isn't it?
Yes, well, he can watch him any other time. You know, it's just one of those
Justin
things.
Dealey is convinced, wrongly, I hasten to add.
Well, you see, this morning, all this news you've gone on, but twice they've said that there has been lightning strikes in the Midlands. Nobody's done anything about that. That's exciting.
Sorry?
Being struck by lightning.
What on earth are you talking about now, Dennis?
I'm just saying, different people have got different ideas about what they're getting excited about.
I've got no idea why you're talking about thunderbolts and lightning. Justin Dealey seems to think it will bring more tourism to this country. How on earth?
Already they were talking youngsters last night that come from America, especially to see the baby.
Who's coming from America to...
A young lady on last night, she said she'd come on holiday from America, especially to see the baby.
But she won't see the baby.
No, she won't, but she's seen the excitement that's going on.
But there is... The excitement is false. It's falsely generated.
Well, perhaps perhaps it is, but what else would you like to see that makes people excited?
Do you know what? The Independent, not my favourite newspaper, but today it's the only one where the full front page isn't about the royal baby. It's about the slightly more interesting story of Cameron retreats in war on internet porn.
Yes, I know, but that's different people with different ideas. You know, we're all different. For
the front page of the Mail. Oh,
thing.
boy, he's a grandpa. Daily Express, it's a boy. The Sun. Daily Telegraph, it's a boy. The Guardian, a birth, a boy, a prince, a king. The Times, welcome to the world. Oh, for goodness sakes.
What happened when your children were born? Did you spread it around the family?
It was not on the front. I spread it around the family, not around millions and millions of strangers.
Well, that's right. I suppose if you spoke to a lot of people, they've been happy for you as well. I mean, I've got 4 great-grandsons, and I was thrilled every time they...
But that's because they're your flesh and blood.
Yes, I know, and I spread it around to various people. That I was happy. I was happy. Well, oh, come on. Start laughing, for God's sake.
Goodbye, Dennis.
Goodbye.
You heard there Matt in Luton and Dennis in Dunstable, all having a moan at me. That's what I'm here for, it's not. One person that did cheer me up, though, was Irene in Luton. She was full of life, so much so it spilled out of her mouth onto the radio. Irene's in Luton. Good morning, Irene.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you celebrating the...
Oh, yes, I am. I am standing in the gap for Lady Diana.
Sorry?
I'm standing in the gap for Lady Diana.
What does that mean?
Sorry?
What does that mean? You're standing in the gap for Lady Diana?
As a grandmother.
What, you're in the shop?
No. I'll be going round town in my British flag, me and a few girls, and we're celebrating the birth of the grandson.
Why?
Because I love Lady Diana. One, she's born the same month as me. What? Now her grandson is born the same month as me. So, you know, I'm going out to celebrate, and me and a few girls going downtown, Luton Town.
Yeah.
Centre, and we're celebrating the birth and making sure everybody in Luton know that she has a boy.
I think everybody in Luton probably does know that she's had a boy.
Oh, well, you know, some people don't listen to the radio and some people are ignorant about the fact. But you know what? I'm going to make sure I shout it.
Go on, shout it nice and loud now.
Congratulations! It's a boy.
Anything else?
Oh, no. Royal Britannia.
Anything else you want to shout?
Yeah, God bless him and keep him. And the royal family, and I want to be godmother.
How likely do you think that is, Irene? Can I put something to you? And I'm putting this to you from a place of love and respect, okay? Yes. You are absolutely nuts.
I know. I am nuts about Lady Diana. I'm nuts about the grandchild. I'm nuts.
Thanks very much for calling, Irene.
Thank you. Bye.
You can hear more from Irene later on in this podcast. Despite how much Irene brightened my morning, it didn't change how much Justin has annoyed me. It's really got my nerves this week. Are you a grumpy so-and-so if you're not excited about the royal baby? Earlier on, Justin Dealey spouted a load of old nonsense claptrap and we had a bit of a barney. I'm hoping he's calmed down and will show me a bit of respect this morning. Justin?
Lisa, let me just say this to you right now, OK? You're a great broadcaster, probably the best I've worked with. But this morning, what planet are you living on? You are seriously winding me up. You've come in today. We're talking here about the birth of our future king, and you're moaning, you're being negative. I am that close, and you're pushing me this morning. I am that close to asking for a transfer to our drive time programme with Roberto. You wouldn't get that there, I can assure you.
You finished almost handing in your notice?
Almost.
Because, listen, you all morning you said, oh, don't worry, Lisa, I'll find some people that are bang up for this, baby. They will be bang up for it. They'll be mad for it. Oh,
Who's that an impression of?
It's an impression of you, cockney barra boy. You've hardly found anybody. I'll give you one. Who's this silly sausage on Facebook? Oh, Joyce Stewart. Joyce Stewart.
Oh, Joyce. So her views don't count now. What your audience? Silly sausage.
Joy's view does not count because it's nonsense, but I'll read it out. Well, I should have known Iainlee would put a dampener on the royal birth. Sometimes you make me sick, you ignorant person.
Do you know what she's so right?
I only hope your children grow up to be proud of you. They'll be prouder of me than they are of you, Joy, because I can use punctuation. I know when to put full stops and commas into a sentence.
Dearie me, Joy, you're absolutely spot on. You said to me earlier, go and find people who are positive about this.
Yep.
Now, genuine responses coming in here. I've been asking people this morning, are they excited about the birth of our future king? And this is what people had to say.
I'm very excited about the birth of the royal baby, but they need to leave the couple alone now.
Madam, how excited are you about the birth of our future king?
Well, it's nice. It's nice for them. It's nice for the country, really.
So we now know about the birth of the royal baby. You must be an excitable man. You must be jumping for joy today.
You must be joking. You're just joking.
I'm not. I'm being serious.
The money we pay out on them.
Let me put this question to you then. OK, if you're not excited, and a number of people will be excited today, are you just grumpy?
No, I just don't bother with royalty.
It's just another baby. It's very nice. I'm very pleased that it's arrived safely, but I'm sure if you went around every other maternity hospital in the country, you'd find parents and grandparents just as thrilled.
You would do, but then again, you wouldn't find the future king of this country in that maternity unit, would you?
No, but then it's just another baby.
For a very well-edited piece, Justin. Great work there for picking and choosing who you put in. It was still 50% who weren't excited by it.
Well, do you know what? Yesterday morning, a lot of people that I spoke to, the majority were very, very negative.
Yeah.
Today, now we know about the birth, and we know it's a safe birth as well. Most people are being positive. To be fair, Ian, and to be absolutely fair, I have got a lot more views of people saying that they think it is going to be fantastic, but I didn't use those. I didn't want to embarrass you, OK?
Oh, so you've recorded all these clips on your tape recorder of people saying, oh, yeah, really up for the baby, Justin, great one, and you decided not to use it.
Well, if you look in our manual, it says 2 minutes max, so I couldn't fit any more in.
Yeah, that's right,
And I thought it would
Justin.
be vastly unfair to edit those to my benefit.
Get off your high horse and tell me why this baby is great for this country.
Because this morning, a number of people are waking up and they are smiling.
Why is it good for the country?
Why is it good for the country? Because it's going to bring billions upon billions of pounds to this country.
You've got those figures from...
OK, you tell me, if I went to ABC News in America, if I worked for the tourism board and I said, right, what I want to do, I want to put a 10-minute or maybe a 30-minute advert, and the coverage has been quite extensive, on your news channel, showing you some of the sights of London. That would cost thousands upon thousands of pounds. This is free publicity for this country. People looking at that will want to come here. Why can't you see that?
Where have you got the figure, and I am genuinely getting annoyed, right? Where have you got the figure that this will earn us billions and billions of pounds? From out of your backside, Dealey, that's where you've got that figure.
How can you sit there this morning and say that when the whole world is talking about this country and some of the great things that happen in this country, why are you saying that is not good news? People will see that and they will want to come here.
Justin Dealey, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Really getting on my nerves today, properly. It's OK, we're friends again now. It says on this bit of paper. I think I might replace him with Akbar. You don't remember Akbar? Well, let me remind you. With Akbar. Akbar, have you been swept up by the Olympic legacy?
Not at all, Ian.
Oh,
good morning.
Good morning to you, Akbar.
I would like to be sort of cheerful and start my day in a cheerful mood. But unfortunately, when it comes to discussing Olympics, it didn't leave me with any feel at all. Either it was a pure waste of money, and a London event which, in a big way, passed by me, by my family, and by my community.
Oh, so you weren't swept up by the Olympic excitement? Did you watch any of the Olympics, Akbar?
I think I did, but it didn't catch me and didn't hold me long enough. But at the same time, we spent about £12 billion on this event, Ian, and it might have done something for profile of Lord Coe, but it didn't. In my view, it didn't do much for the community at large, and that money could have been spent in much more much more better way.
So you've not gone out kayaking?
No.
Snowboarding?
No.
Orienteering?
Not at all.
Kickboxing?
Rollerball? I will be going on my sort of everyday walks in the park, Ian. And that should keep me in good shape for times to come.
OK, Akbar, here's something that will bring a smile to your face. The Duchess of Cambridge, she's gone into labour. There's a royal baby on its way.
Good news, but it shouldn't be taking up BBC's time, and for that matter, shouldn't be sort of plastered all over the pages. It's a new arrival in the royal family. Nation says sends them best wishes to them, but at the same time, she is a human being like any other, and I think we shouldn't waste too much time on that as well.
I like you, Akbar. You're as grumpy as me. OK, listen. The programme controller of BBC Three Counties has got the sack, OK? That they don't know this yet, but they have, OK? We need someone to replace them. Akbar, you are now in charge of BBC Three Counties Radio. What should we be talking about? Set the agenda, sir.
For today or for tomorrow?
For today. Let's carry on. He's good. He's good. He's thinking ahead. For today. What else should we be talking about for today?
Well, Ian, we should be talking about the state of politics in this country, which is not great at the minute. The parties, the government is in bad state in the sense that two parties are trying to run a government, and two parties cannot run an efficient government. Ian.
Okay.
The
state of politics. We'll do that. We'll get a local MP on and someone else. I need a second story from you, Akbar.
The second story probably I would bring up in my discussion with the people in Three Counties is the state of hospitals in Luton and in Milton Keynes and in Bedford.
Yep, good one.
These are two very important areas which affect our lives, and we should be associating lots of time to these stories, Ian.
And final one, Akbar, we always like to do something a little bit light-hearted. What should we send Justin out to for a few laughs?
Send him out to find from people that how they are feeling today and what their thoughts are about the new arrival at the palace.
Fantastic, Akbar. Listen, we may speak to you later, and we may give you a job. Is that all right?
I will be pleased to accept that offer.
OK. But back away. Hang on, it's not a formal offer.
No.
I will talk to... let me consider it, and we'll speak to you soon.
OK.
Thank you, Akbar. There you go, you see. Fair play. I put him on the spot. He came up with some cracking stuff.
She then won the long jump, but revealed afterwards that the Achilles problem, which had sidelined her, is still painful. Having not completed a heptathlon since the Olympics, Ennis Hill is adamant she won't go to next month's World Championships in Moscow if she doesn't believe she can win gold.
And that's your latest news and sport. I'll be back with more at 7 o'clock.
Her Achilles heel is her Achilles heel.
Her tendon, actually, but nice try.
So... thank you very much. We've carefully avoided a lot of the front pages this morning, and we've not mentioned yet the baby. The royal baby.
Is there a baby?
There's a baby, and we've seen pictures of it, and it looks like a baby!
It really does.
It hasn't got a lizard's tail or a tongue, unlike that lad that was in the paper yesterday.
Well, it was wrapped up. I don't think that's fair to... I think we can assume it hasn't.
We can assume it hasn't. But the thing that's getting me is there was a story in the paper that Lego have made a Lego royal baby, and there's all this ridiculous royal baby memorabilia and toys and things. And I'm really trying to scratch my head and wonder what kind of pathetic, soulless, easily led, dumb idiot would buy that kind of stuff.
Me.
You!
Yay!
What have you bought, you muppet?
Well, it's not muppetry. I think it's nice, and especially you can use it as a learning experience if you have under 5-year-olds, as I do.
What have you bought?
I've bought the Royal Baby set from the Early Learning Centre. Oh. Others they're not available anywhere else.
Oh, Catherine,
what? No, we've got the Royal Wedding set, we've got to show what happens when you get married.
I did expect more from you, though. You've been sucked in. All this stuff yesterday. Oh, I'm not interested in this baby. Oh, no,
No, I never said I wasn't interested. I said it was nice, but I don't know. I wasn't moved to, put the bunting out or anything.
But yet you've gone and spent money on it.
Well, that's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Earlier this week, I asked, do you have to speak English to live in this country? This got Justin's rather big ears flapping. He took this one under his chin and went out on the street with a grin. He tried to find as many people as he could who couldn't speak English. Well, in 30 minutes, he found quite a few.
Mi name? Maria.
Do you speak good English?
No, speak Spanish.
How long have you lived in the UK for?
Oh, I don't know English, not speaking English, no.
Are you not even trying to learn English at all?
Oh, no. No comprendo, no English. No English, no, sorry.
So, do you speak English?
What?
How long have you lived here for?
I don't know.
How long have you lived here in Luton for?
Here is 1 year, 2 months.
Since you've been here, have you made a conscious effort to try and learn our language?
Language?
Have you tried to learn English?
English?
Are you taking lessons on how to learn English?
English here. They speak English.
I mean, with the greatest amount of respect, your English is not very good. Are you trying to learn our language? Are you taking lessons on how to learn English?
I don't. No. Understand. No understand.
Can you speak English?
Not speak English. Polish speak.
Can I ask you what your name is, madam?
No.
Is it because you don't speak English?
Nie, dziękuję. Speak English, no.
Madam, what's your name?
Monica.
And how long have you lived in Luton for?
No understand.
How long has your friend lived in Luton for?
Jak długo mieszkasz tutaj?
3 lata, jak jest. 3 years.
3 years, okay. Madam, can I ask you a quick question about Luton?
Sorry.
You don't speak English?
Yes, I don't speak English, sorry.
Do you know who Una Stubbs is?
Is she a baroness?
No!
That's Una someone. Who's the Baroness Una?
Una King.
Oh, Una, it's not the same person.
No, not in the slightest. This is... Can someone... Right, 08459... You're not going until we get a phone call.
She sounds northern. Una Stubbs. Is she from Last of Summer Wine?
She probably is in it now, actually. 08459 455 555. Can someone phone up and tell Tim who Una Stubbs is? Please. I'm working with uneducated children here. This is the BBC. You should not forget people coming to learn English. People who work here should have to do a course on British culture. And question 3A should be, name 2 television programmes that Una Stubbs has been in.
Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh! The phones are ringing. Get the phones. Put someone through on the phones.
There's someone phoning to have a go at me.
Biggleswade. Morning, Paul.
Morning, Ian.
Can you believe the idiots, and I don't use that term lightly, the idiots I have to work with here at Three Counties Radio?
Yes, I can, unfortunately.
Oh, you've been listening for a while, have you?
Nice. Thanks, Paul.
Paul, would you like to educate a member of the team here, please?
Morning, Paul.
Good morning, Tim. Una Stubbs is an actress.
Yeah,
and
Baroness.
She played the daughter-in-law to Alf Garnett in Till Death Us Do Part. I can't think off the top of my head what else she's been in.
All right, well, Paul, listen, stay there.
Yeah.
Listen, Graham's in... Graham?
Good morning.
Graham, you can educate Paul and Tim.
Well, Una Stubbs, apart from being the great-granddaughter of Ebenezer Howard, she currently plays Mrs. Hudson in Sherlock, and she was in films and... as a dancer and singer in the 60s.
Right, hang on a second.
What?
Why is nobody saying the 2 really, really obvious things?
She's a baroness.
She's not a baroness, Tim.
What was she in?
Right, OK.
Oh.
Right, but Paul and Graham...
Yes?
She was in 3 really big things, OK?
Wurzel Gummidge.
What? Yes, there we go.
Wurzel Gummidge, that's not big.
Right, yes.
She was Aunt Sally in Wurzel Gummidge.
Wurzel Gummidge, that's a movie about, like, a scarecrow that sleepwalks or something like that.
You're such an idiot! She's also...
Is Wurzel Gummidge different from Greengrass from Heartbeat?
She's also... not much. She's also in a Cliff Richard film.
Summer Holiday.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
and I'm going to... Let me give you another clue. Let me give you a clue. I'm giving you a clue. 3 words. It's a television show. The third word is clue.
Oh, give us a clue.
It's 4 words. 4 words.
Give us a clue.
Give us a clue. Wurzel Gummidge, summer holiday, and the stuff that these...
Well, no, it's useful that you've got these correspondents quickly on the line with all their in-depth knowledge of
Paul and Graham,
Stubbs.
thank you so much for... You're both my official Unistubbs correspondents.
Who do you think you are tonight with talking all about...
Oh, she's on telly tonight!
How
thank
topical.
you! There we go, thank you. When I say official, there's no money in it. Now...
Right.
She's on telly tonight.
And she doesn't know who she is. Is that a... Why doesn't she know who she is?
For goodness sakes. I know you're going to be talking about speaking English in a bit. You really do need to learn it a little bit.
Yeah, interested in your discussion this morning,
You're as bad
obviously.
as Justin Dealey.
No, I think I've probably made more efforts to learn foreign languages than Justin Dealey. Is Justin there?
Justin?
You two quite finished yet?
Why?
Knocking me again. Will you carry on? No, you carry on, go on.
Right, his fader's off. You do your thing, and then we'll speak to Justin. He's really getting on my nerves at the moment.
Loving your discussion this morning. I've £133,000 on translation services spent in between April and December at Luton Borough Council. Now, I worked that out with some basic maths of £16,000 a month, which does sound like quite a lot of money. I know.
The thing about Tim Wheeler is, he's a nice lad, but he'd an half go on a bit. When JVS comes in, he knows the deal. We have a little bit of banter, he sells the show, he goes. Tim just wouldn't take the hint.
Into the country. They make those decisions, not Luton Borough Council or any of our local councils. Once people are here, we have to deal with the situation. We have to deal with the problem that they either speak good English or have access to the best jobs. You'll be able to get ahead.
This is 7 minutes later, for goodness sakes. 7 minutes of my show when I could be doing all kinds of things like... I don't know, having a row with a counsellor or something. Tim, get on with it.
And their first language isn't English. They speak a little bit of English, not very much at all. And their boss, let's say they want to be a taxi driver, the boss of their firm speaks the same language. He's got a Spanish wife. He moved over there. He runs restaurants. He's been running restaurants successfully. He employs some kind of a hands-on job.
15 minutes later, and Tim Wheeler still hasn't got the hint.
To try and get people learning English.
Yep.
But I wonder, last night on that programme, immigrant families living with native families and doing like an immersion technique of learning English.
Yes. After 25 minutes, Tim finally started to wind down. As he took in a sharp intake of breath, I used that as my cue to jump in and reclaim my show.
You might think this is crazy. Why don't we all offer to volunteer half an hour a week to someone else to help them learn English? Is that a crazy idea? Volunteer half an hour of your time to help someone else learn English.
I'm up for that, definitely.
Justin,
would you do that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What is wrong with you? Tim's doing it. We'll do it in a second. Tim,
he's going on a bit, though, isn't he?
Do you remember Irene from earlier? If you don't, you're an idiot. Well, our reporter Justin Dealey went out with her and her sisters to celebrate the birth of the royal baby. Notice how she gets the words to all of the songs wrong.
So, Irene, the time's, 12:35? We're outside the town hall here in Luton. Tell us what you're wearing, first of all.
I'm wearing the Union Jack. Well, with things underneath, but the Union Jack.
So let's see, you've got here as well with you today.
Yeah, I've got my sisters with me. We are family. Yes, we're making the effort because you know what? They said Luton is dull. Luton is not dull because I live here and we're happy people.
Yeah, well, if you're here, Luton's certainly not dull. I'm going to stand back and let you guys sing in a second. Right, good luck.
Yes, okay. Happy birthday, King of Cambridge. Happy birthday, King of Cambridge. Happy birthday, Prince of Cambridge. Hello. It's a boy. It's a boy. You know it's a boy, isn't it?
I know it's a boy, yeah.
His name's going to be Edward.
Goodness me, when I joined the BBC, this wasn't in the brochure. But let's keep on walking through the town centre. They are telling people it's a boy. Sir, can I just get your reaction? We've got a number of ladies walking through Luton Town Centre here, dressed up in Union Jack outfits. They're telling people it's a boy. Did you know it was a boy?
Yep, knew it was a boy, yeah.
Hello, it's a boy and we have no money. Yeah, we're son St William.
Well, this is awkward.
Hello. You know she had a boy, innit?
Madam, these ladies are spreading love in Luton. Are they doing it for you?
Absolutely, yes. I'll take as much love as you've got.
And just to confirm again, you did know it was a boy?
Absolutely, £8.6.
Irene, what's next on the playlist?
Oh, Royal Britannia.
Right, I'm going to stand back.
Rule Britannia.
R-U-L-E, yeah.
Yeah.
OK, right, oh, really? I'm saying this seriously. Right, I'm going to stand back. Take it away.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the way.
applause for yourself. Come on. Fantastic. I was going to ask this man here. Sir, sorry to interrupt your ice cream. What flavour's that, by the way?
I'm not sure. Caramel.
What did you make of that performance there?
Oh, very good, very good. Very unexpected.
Is it making you feel proud to be British?
50-50, actually.
And what about yourself? What's your name, madam?
Yvonne.
Does that make you feel proud to be British?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
And these outfits, do you fancy buying one yourself?
No.
Well, great work, Justin.
Thanks,
Doesn't
Ian.
require a response. Irene's in Luton. She joins us now. Good morning, Irene.
Good morning.
Irene, do you know the words to any songs? It's Rule Britannia. Britannia rules the waves.
Okay, all right. I didn't know the words.
Do you feel you fulfilled your mission to spread the news of a baby boy to Luton?
Oh, yes.
What kind of reaction were you getting, Irene?
I tell you, there were people who heard me on the radio that came down and said to me that I made their day for them, and they come down to see what we look like and everything like that. People was hailing us up. You know, there were some people
hailing you up.
Why are you dressed like that? And I'm thinking, oh, don't you know my godson was born yesterday?
What?
And, you know, things like that.
Did anybody think, like Justin did privately in the office, although he won't say it publicly, that you were being a bit weird, a bit over the top, a bit mental, a bit bonkers?
Fine that I saw downtown. They said I'm a nutter anyway.
Yep.
They always call me that anyway.
Yep.
I'm a nutter. Just like the presenter called me a nutter. But there you go.
Yeah. But did you have fun, Irene? That's the main thing.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've never had so much fun with my clothes. I mean, really good yesterday.
You are.
Really good.
Hey, listen, you know on a Friday morning we do a live bit of music and we get people in and singing and stuff?
Yes.
Do you and your girls fancy coming in one Friday?
Of course.
Yeah, we get you to come in.
My sisters, Grace, Hildia, Corinne.
Are they your literal sisters?
Yeah, all of them my sisters.
Then let's we'll tell you what, stay on the line. Kelly Betts will have a word with you and we'll sort you out coming in one Friday morning.
Okay.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be fine.
Irene, we need more people like you. Thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Thank you.
There we go. Well, that's that sorted, and she'll be coming in on a Friday. Now, coming to the end. Just, you can go now.
What? What about the email?
I don't want you reading it. I don't want you reading
Adam
the email.
Weatherall, dear sir / madam, I felt compelled to write you regarding the Iain Lee show this morning, 23rd of July, and how Mr. Lee behaved during his show, namely throwing his toys out of the pram with an unprovoked tantrum directed towards his roving reporter colleague at the end of the programme.
Doesn't even know your name.
He goes on.
Yeah.
He goes on and on. And by the way, I wasn't going to mention this, but I might take your agent up on that offer. Your agent phoned me yesterday after the show and said, you know what, Ian's rant this morning, how about a bouquet of flowers, a +1 at the Ivy? I said no yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
He told me if you don't complain, you can have the meal. I might just accept it now after your behaviour this morning.
Are you the one that started this Facebook campaign to get me the sack?
No, that's not me. That's just one of our listeners.
It's not me, it's just one of our listeners.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Who talks like that?
Who talks like that?
Who talks like that? Very bizarre. Incredible.
Get back here. This is...
What's your problem now?
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is Iain Lee.
I'm really sorry.
3 Counties Radio.
2 days in a row, virtually a sackable offence. I'm sorry you had to hear that, dear listener. Right. Kelly Betts sometimes presents BBC Introducing. She also does stuff on my show I don't know what yet. This week she came out with some nonsense about umbrellas and how there's no manly umbrellas around. Listen to me put her in her place.
Answer complaints.
Sorry, I'm trying to host the show whilst having an argument with my production team. Kelly Betts said there are no blokey umbrellas. The only umbrella I had in my car, by coincidence, was a Charlie and Lola transparent one, which I must not forget to take home or I'll be in very, very serious trouble. Well, Kelly Betts, come on the microphone, because she's just typed something up on the screen that we use to communicate with each other, which I strongly disagree with. Kelly Betts, what is it you've claimed?
There needs to be a man-brella.
You think there's no such thing as a manly umbrella, a man-brella?
Even if it's all black, it's still a bit... Have you seen Justin Dealey's umbrella this morning?
No, what's he got?
Well, he will say it's a man's umbrella, but it looks a bit
Do you want
feminine.
I don't really want to... let's not talk about Justin. But all you need is a short little black umbrella that you press a button...
Yeah, but then the handle has the little flick...
Of course the handle has to have a flick, otherwise it's not a handle.
It just looks feminine. There are no really, whoa, umbrellas.
A hook for a handle, that's what you want, a strong hook for a handle so you can hang it on the back of chairs.
When you see an umbrella...
Yes.
Do you think, oh, that's nice, lady, nice umbrella?
What?
You don't think, oh, that's a butch umbrella. That's going to protect me from the rain. Oh.
Thanks, Kelly Betts. We'll throw it out there. Apropos of absolutely very little, Manly umbrellas, it's a black umbrella, either the big ones or the ones that with the... where you press the button and it kind of scoots up. There are Manly umbrellas, aren't there? In the Daily Mail, page 13, yobs who spit in the street will be hit with an £80 fine. Spitting in the street will be made an offence punishable with an £80 fine. Community Secretary Eric Pickles has backed a council that wants to pass this. He says spitting is deeply unpleasant, adding spitting on Britain's streets is not socially acceptable. Well, I'm not sure I agree. Chris in Luton, is there anything that... Hello. Is there anything that bad about spitting in the street?
Well, that's not worth £80, is it?
Sorry?
It used to be an offence to drop bloody litter in the street.
I think it may still be an offence.
Well, yeah, but you see, in Luton, other places, they had things to put your chewing gum on. That's gone. Have you ever got chewing gum stuck on your shoe?
I have. It's literally the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody.
But you know what you do? You put your clothes in the freezer.
Sorry?
Do you know that?
If you get chewing gum stuck on your shoe, you put your clothes in the freezer?
On your jacket, you put it in the freezer and it just peels off.
How does that get it off your shoe?
Well, yeah, you could put a shoe in the freezer. It's not going to destroy it, is it?
The worst thing in the world. What do you... we have young ears listening, Chris, so let's tread carefully.
Yeah, go on then.
What do you use to scrape dog muck off your shoe?
Well, if it's that bad, I throw it away and come back later.
You just take the shoe off and toss it away?
I don't want to smell that, do I?
How do you walk home?
Well, I just avoid it if I can.
I use a kitchen knife.
Oh, yeah.
And then just wash it.
Yeah, but I don't carry one of them. It's an offence.
I don't know. It is an offence now. So when was the last time you spat in the street, Chris?
Yesterday. Yep. Round the square here, outside.
Round the square here?
Outside the bookies, they spit on the floor.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, according to the Daily Mail, Chris, you're a yob.
I've always have been.
Oh.
But I think these chip wrappers round here, I pay council, it must cost a fortune to clear the rubbish.
Yep.
So surely that's what was the fine for drop? £10, was it? I don't know. But I haven't seen anybody enforce that law.
Right. So right, Chris. Imagine you're outside the bookies. You're celebrating. You've won £12.50 on a horse.
Go on then, yeah.
So to celebrate, you've done a big spit in the street.
Yeah.
Copper comes up to you. Excuse me, Chris. He knows your name. You've got previous. Excuse me, Chris. I'm going to have to give you an £80 fine for that. What would you say?
Well, the community police know me. I'm a nutting guitar-playing cowboy with 5 grandchildren.
You're a what cowboy?
Guitar player.
Right. So that's interesting. That's very. We're still role playing here. That's very interesting, Chris.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to pay me £80 for that spit.
I'll tell you what. I've asked Keats to play for charity. I've got to write to the address and get the logo to do for charity because some people steal. You see.
I've literally got no idea what we're talking about. And if this is your way of distracting the copper, it's a good plan, Chris. It's working. I'm on my way now.
Yeah.
Chris, lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. That's Chris in Luton, who I think was saying that sometimes you got to spit. Dave's in Luton. Dave, is there anything wrong with spitting, really?
Well, it's dirty in a sense. You've got to put it that way.
In a sense?
Well, it is. Who wants to see a person spitting along the road, regardless of what they're bringing out of their mouth? But why isn't people carrying handkerchiefs? Why isn't people carrying tissues?
I've got a handkerchief in my pocket right now. I'm not going to spit in it, Dave, and then put it in my pocket. That's even worse.
Well, no, it's not. If you spit in it, you open it out, spit in it, and then you cover it over, don't you? Then put it back in you. Well, hang on.
I hope you're enjoying your breakfast, kids.
Well, hang on. All right, if you've got a spit and you haven't got those handkerchiefs, etc.,
yes, spit
on the road by the curb, so it runs down into the guttering.
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
It saves all the people then that's got to walk in it or walk round it, and I'll tell you what, some of this spit that you look down on the path...
Yeah.
Believe me, those people want to rush straight up the hospital.
All right. Let's calm down. My producer is actually turning a visible shade of green.
Who's that? Kelly?
No, has Kelly been going around saying she's my producer? No, she's not. It's producer Tara.
No, because I said about the rain this morning.
Yes.
And I said, it's beautiful. She said, I'm nuts. So I said, you're so rude, like Iain calls you. You know what I mean? She called me nuts. Excuse me, hello? Hello, is that planet Earth? Yes? Oh, a lovely day out here today, yeah. Rain. Yeah, just talk to myself. Is Dennis around from Dunstable? I could have a talk with him.
This show is normally full of joy, light and happiness, but throughout this week there was a rather sombre tone as Justin Dealey and myself fell out. He was rude about me on air, and I responded in a rather unprofessional way. What should have been an off-air discussion spilled over onto my show. I was forced by management to perform an on-air apology. It's a humiliating and humbling experience for any presenter. To make it worse, the BBC have insisted I keep this apology in this podcast. Thank you for that, Justin. I need you to stay on the line for a second, if that's OK.
OK.
Got something that I'd like to read out. Over the last few days, it's been brought to my attention I've made several comments that have been derogatory and offensive about certain members of our team and their family. Some of these comments were made on air, some were contained in several emails that were considered private but were sent from a BBC email address. I'd like to make it known now that I intended no offence to any presenters or members of their family, and if I've said anything on air that has caused offence, then I am deeply apologetic for that. So I would like to say apology to Justin Dealey for anything I may have said about him or his family in the last few days, and of course apologies to any listeners who may have been offended by some of my more flippant comments. They were all done in a joking manner, but I can now see that some of these were not quite as humorous as I thought.
Well, I'll take it back. You've stuck to...
On FM, AM, online and digital radio.
This is Iain Lee.
On BBC Three Counties Radio.
Luckily, my agent is quite a high flyer. She kicked up a stink and got this apology from Justin for me the following day.
Do I have to do this?
Well, you don't have to, but bearing in mind I've seen the email sent from the boss suggesting that perhaps you should do before this goes any further. OK, well, I want to put steak on the table, so I'm going to read this. I'm sorry for my attitude and certain comments I made this week on the Iain Lee show. This was not meant to be offensive, but I am sorry if I caused offence to any members of the team, including Iain. After being made to listen to the programme again, it has been agreed this will never happen again. All right? Is that it? That's it. Yep, you OK? Yep. Thank you very much indeed for that, Justin Dealey. Thanks. And now I think we can leave that to rest. You've been listening to the Iain Lee Prodcard from BBC Three Counties Radio. Don't forget, every Friday a new one pops out. They're only online for 30 days, so grab them while they're hot and fresh before they go stale and old. If you want to get in touch, you can email me, iain.lee, iain.lee at bbc.co.uk. You can listen to the full shows on BBC Listen Again, iPlayer, whatever they call it these days, or you can listen live, Mondays to Fridays, 6 till 9. Until next time, ta-ta.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.